Hello guys, welcome to the next video on Qt tutorial for beginners. In this video and most probably in the next video also, I'm going to show you how we can create a simple notepad using Qt. So what we are going to do is we will try to apply whatever we have learned till now in this video and try to create a little project which is a Qt notepad. So let's get started. First of all, I've created this simple empty project. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my main window.ui file, and in here first of all I will just take a text box. Okay, so just take this text, add it from here, and drag and drop into your form. Now what you can do here is you can apply a layout to this window, which is, for example, you can apply this horizontal layout. Okay, so it will cover all your main window. Now next step is to create some menu items. So what we will do is let's create some menu items here, and the standard menu item is file, for example, and I will just keep file with capital F, and inside the file I will just add a new option, and then the second option will be to open something. So second option I will just say open, and then I will provide a separator here, and then I will say save and press enter, and then save as. So just write save as and press enter. Okay, so we have, I think we have three separators somehow, so I will just remove two separators from here. Okay, now in the second menu item I will just say edit, and the first menu item would be, for example, cut, and so cut with capital C, cut, and then press enter, then copy, so just write copy, and then the paste, so just write paste. Okay, and we will add a separator here, and after the separator we will just give, for example, redo and undo. So just write redo, and here just write undo. Okay, and the third menu option we will provide here, for example, would be about this notepad. So I will just say about. Okay, so these are the menu items I have added, and we have learned in our previous video how Q action class works. So whenever you create a menu item here, all the related Q action objects are created here also, right? So you have new and open, save as, whatever menu item you have created here, there are some actions also created here, right? So the next step is to provide some icons to our all the menu items. So we will add a resource file first. So I will go to my project, right click on my project, and I will say add new, and then Qt resource file, and then I will name my resource file as resource itself, and click next, and then click finish. It will create a resource file for me, and then I will go here add, and I will add a prefix, for example, rec for resource. And once this prefix is created, I can add my icons. So what I have done is I have already downloaded the icons and saved it in my project folder. So I can click any file here, and I will say show in Explorer, and it will show me this kind of project structure what I have, right? And I have created an extra folder here, and I have downloaded some of the icons here, right? So I will choose these icons from my project file. So you can download and create an image folder in your project, and then you can add it as resources, right? So add files, and I will go to image folder, and I will choose all instead of this, and click OK. So it will add all the icons in my resource file, and then I will just say Control S to save the resources so that I can use them, right? So now I will go to main window.ui file once again, and I will provide the icons here. So I will just double click here, and the name I will leave it as default, but from here I want to provide the icon. So for new, I will just choose a new icon if I can find it, this one. OK, and just click OK. And in the same way, I will just double click every every action, and I will just provide the icon to it. So open, click OK, and I will do the same for rest of them. So I will just pause the video and then continue after I added all the icons, right? So I have added all the icons here, and if you have followed my queue action tutorial, you would know that I can just drag these actions to my toolbar here, and they will be visible also, right? So I will drag it here, and then all the icons in my toolbar also. Okay, so one by one I will add them. Cut, and then copy, and then paste, and I have two more, redo and undo, right? And I think I just forget the about menu items. I will just add for example about for example Notepad, right? And press enter, and then I will just add the icon for this also. So I will just search for about and click OK, and then I will just drag and drop here. Now if I want to add a separator for my toolbar also, I can just go here in between save as and cut, for example, right click here, and I will say insert separator before action cut. So it will add this kind of separator here. Also I want to insert the separator before redo and paste, so I will just go here and do here. I wanted to do it before the redo, so like this, and also before the about, so like this. Okay, so you can also set these kind of separators, right? Now first of all, let's try to run our app and let's see how it looks like. So I'm going to run it, and you can see it looks like this. Okay, so now what we can do is we can write some code for this thing. So next step to add some code so that these functions or buttons or menu items must work. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this kind of this space from the side. You can see a little bit of space here at the side of this text edit, right? So I'm going to go to my edit mode, and I will go to a main window.cpp file, and in the constructor I will just say this dot set central widget. Okay, and the widget will be UI and your text edit name. Okay, and now let's run the code again, and let's see what happens when we run the code. So now you can see the spaces are gone from the side, right? So this is why I wanted to write this code. Now the next step, I will go to main window.ui file, and I want to add the trigger for every actions, right? So if you remember how I used trigger in actions, you can just right click on your action, and then just click this go to slot, and then you can just choose triggered here, right? And then click OK. So it will create a trigger for your every action. So I will just pause the video, and I will provide the trigger to each and every action what we have here. So I will just right click on each of the actions and provide the trigger to it. Okay, so I have provided a trigger to each and every action what I have. Now the most maybe complicated part for this notepad would be creating a new file or open a file. So let's deal with the simple stuff first, and then we will deal with the complicated stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide the code for example, cut, copy, paste, and redo and undo. Let's check how it works. So I'm going to go to the trigger which says action cut triggered, which is for my cut action, and here I will just write UI, and then I will call my text edit. So just write text edit, and then just call cut. Okay, so there is a function called cut, and that's it. Okay, so same I'm going to do with paste also. So just dot paste, and this is the function. And same I'm going to do with the copy. So on action copy, so I will just paste this code, and then I will just call a copy function here, right? Same I will do for redo and undo. So this is my redo triggered, so I will just call redo function here, and also undo function. So I will just call a undo function, right? Now there are some more functions here which you can play with, but right now we are just creating a very simple notepad. There is this function called undo available. It will check if the undo is available or not, and it will give the boolean value, and if undo is available, then it will say true or false, and then you can check if the undo is available or not, right? But for now we will just deal with the simple things, right? So save and save as, and open and new I will leave for now, and let's run the code, and let's see if this code works for cut, copy, paste, and redo and undo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will just provide some text here, and first of all I will cut, and it's cutting, and then I will paste it. So just paste it, so it's pasting, and then I will just copy this code, and I will paste it again, and it's pasting, right? And then I will just click the undo button. It will undo my changes, and then I will press the redo button, it redoing my things, right? So undo and redo. So all my buttons are working, and now the remaining thing is new, open, save, and save as, and about button. So this we will see in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.